Hello, Cross the Van Kippers again. Here's a quick one for you. Are you one of these people that when you get a warning light on your dashboard, you panic and go to the garage and part with ridiculous amounts of money perhaps? Well, here's a little something that happened to us, and here's a quick fix. So let's get into it and not waste any more time. Okay, so one morning I got up, got into our black van, started the engine, and I was faced with this. Go. Oh, look, we have an ABS light come on. Oh my God, what does this mean? Well, do I have to take it to the garage? Do I have to have a fault code read? Well, ultimately you might have to do that. But if you've got a Relay, Boxer or Ducato, it could be a very common fault actually, which is on the offside rear sensor. So we'll talk about this and I'll show you steps you could take to prevent this from happening, or of course the steps you can take to try and rectify it if you get your ABS light on. And hopefully for you, that will be the problem because you can easily fix it yourself. So we'll just go and do a quick demonstration on the table with a mock-up, and then we'll get a look under the van. Now, yes, I know you might see that it's a bit rusty, but I haven't treated the underside of this yet, and I do live by the sea. That's a job for another day. I've got more important things to do just now. So to give you a bit more of a close-up idea of how this happens, on the table here I've got a bit of conduit and the same size cable from a different part of the van. So you see, back in the factory, I mean, the guys, they thread the cable through here and then they put tape on the end. Now the irony of it is that's supposed to protect the cable, but of course it doesn't, because in that location, as you saw, the cable is sort of bent around like that. So with the vibration of the van, bearing in mind the tape is on the outside, you've just got abrasion against the insulation on the conductors. So what had happened in our case, and I'm sure it'll happen in others, is that the insulation had got through, moisture of course got in, and the copper inside began to corrode. And then of course ultimately one day it's just snapped through. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go out there and we're going to be stripping back the tape from the ABS sensors, pushing it back a wee bit or pulling it out, wrapping tape around the actual cable, putting it back into the conduit, and then wrapping it as per the way they did it in the factory. So that's basically going to protect the cable from the cable protector. How ridiculous is that? But anyway, it's a job that looks alarming when it comes up on the dashboard, but in practice it's very, very simple to rectify. So coming along the cross member just in front of the rear offside wheel, here is that conduit, sharp 90-degree bend from the floor area pointing down towards the road, then another sharp 90-degree bend over the cross member, and another sharp 90-degree bend here. And of course this tie wrap isn't helping matters. And then here we come, and there we've got the plug there, and you can see there's even tension on the cable there as well. So in an attempt to do this job, I'm going to take a utility knife blade, bit of insulation tape, and some lano grease to smear all over the thing to prevent corrosion after I've got it done. So let's get on the van and crack on right now. Okay, so first of all, just very, very carefully, we're just going to score this insulation tape here and take that off. That's that. Okay, so now we've got the tape off, we'll just depress this little clip here and unplug it, and we'll expose the conductors. Now thankfully these are in good condition, they haven't been damaged yet, but you can see how that sharp edge there would rub up against that over time. So what we're going to do is peel this back a bit, wrap some tape around here, and then put it back, wrap it up again, put some grease on. Okay, so I've just got normal electrician's tape here. I'm just going to wrap this around a few times. And then replace the conduit. So now the sharp edge is rubbing up against the electrician's tape and not the actual cable itself. And I'll just wrap this up again. Plug it all back together. Job's done. Right, so here we are back inside of the van. Turn of the key and let's just see what happens. Brilliant, no light. There you are, you see. If you're lucky, that could have been your problem and you can easily fix it yourself. So, what did you think of that? Hopefully you did like it, and I hope you could maybe find it useful for yourself or even your friends. And the best way to tap in any other ideas that I've done in the past or indeed in the future is just hit the subscribe button, please. And also the notification bell. I don't post regularly, but when I do, a lot of people seem to find it useful. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.